Welcome to a new lesson of Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how you will be able to fix texture, skin in Adobe Lightroom. Well, this is like very important tool in how you will be able to do it, and most of the editors and photographers these days use this tool to fix all of the texture of skin. And in even softwares where editors do all of these stuffs, well, a software cannot be termed as good if it does not contain these tools of like fixing texture or maybe spots on making a photo look a lot better. Well, if it does not contain all of these tools, well, a software or a photo editing software is not termed as good or legible. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just like jump into the lesson where I'm gonna show it to you how you will be able to use those tools and how you will be able to fix the texture. Okay, first off, what I'm gonna do is import a photo where I can see some skin of texture. Okay, skin and texture. So I'm gonna do is click on wherever I have my photo. So I'm gonna click on here or maybe somewhere where I have it. So let's say I don't have it over here, so I'm gonna click on wherever I have my photo here, I guess. So I'm gonna click on this photo, which I'm gonna select. So select the photo which you want and just import, and it will be imported to your Adobe Lightroom Classic. And I'm gonna do is open it up, double click on it, and as it has opened up, so I'm gonna do is, let's say I'm gonna keep it to be 12, or maybe let me just first off crop it a bit. So I'm gonna go to developer. Well, all of the steps or all of the work is going to be on developer, yet I'm gonna do is crop it a bit, so in such a way so that you can see all of the differences when I make on it. So when you done with cropping, just click on done or hit enter, and that will also do the thing. Now first off, if you want to fix the texture of skin in Adobe Lightroom or Photoshop, first what you have to do is going to be masking the object. So if you want to mask the object, first what you have to do is go to developer mode. You want, you can use your keyboard or you can use your mouse. Okay, I prefer using the mouse. I'm gonna do is select on this, and from there what you're gonna do is going to be select subject. So I'm gonna do is select subject, and it's Adobe Lightroom is going to scan your photo and select the subject on its own. Well, it's gonna take some time for it to scan it up. Then what you're gonna do is going to be wait a bit, and then you will see that it is refining the result, and it will be directly selected. Now as it is already selected, now you can make up or maybe format and fix the skin texture on your own. Now what you can do is going to be very simple. Whenever or after the skin texture or the masking is done, it will open up an interface where you will be able to fix the texture, clarity, dehaze, hue, and a lot of it like sharpness, noise, more, difference. Then you can see all of those are available. Well, these are not basics because basic is over here, but as you can see, after you mask, all the same kind of things will appear over here. Well, it is also the same as basics, but all of those formatting will be done on this part only, where it is only red. Well, that is what masking actually is. Masking, what it actually does is selects a specific type of area where you're gonna be able to do the formatting. Well, this mostly works on people, and it detects the people and the skin in the photo. Okay, so as it is done, you can see that this is the part. So I'm going to click on it, and what I'm going to do is going to be, let's say I'm going to keep it to be something like this because I don't want to see it. Okay, but if you click on it, you can see this. Now what I'm going to do is going to be something a bit different. From here, what you're going to do first is going to be fixing the texture, right? So when you're going to fix the texture, what you're going to do is click on it, keep it to be something like this, and what I'm gonna do is going to be fixing the texture first. So first off, what you're gonna do is deselect it, and from here what I'm gonna do is going to be fixing the contrast. You can see all of the changes is being done on just the marked part or the masked part. So first off, I'm gonna fix the texture. So I'm gonna increase the size a bit more. Let's say I'm gonna keep it to be something like this, and what I'm gonna do is going to be, let's say I'm gonna fit it or fill it. let's say I'm gonna keep it to be over here, and from here what I'm gonna do is going to be selecting this part, and from here I'm gonna do is change the texture. As you can see, when I change the texture, you can see all of it is being formatted over here on the red part. And you can see when I increase the texture, you can see the texture of the photo is increasing and getting stronger and stronger. But when I decrease it, you can see the photo is getting softer and the textures are, you know, gradiently like decreasing and getting smoother. So I'm gonna do is find a point where it is like smooth and also like not that strong. So I'm gonna keep it to be something or like somewhere around to be like this -14 is like perfect, which I believe. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is change the clarity. So I'm gonna increase or decrease the clarity to in such a way. Let's say I'm gonna keep it to be -8, and I feel like this is perfect. Now what I'm gonna do is dehaze the photo. So if you want, like, you don't want to dehaze it a bit more, so what I'm gonna do is increase the dehaze a bit to keep it something around to be 11. Well, when it is done, what you're gonna do is going to be keep it something like this, and from here what you're gonna do is going to be change all of the different subjects or all of the different things now done. Now as you can see that the main part is actually done because it was texture, clarity, and dehaze. Well, the main part was texture. Well, that is done, but now what I'm gonna do is going to be temperature and tint. As you can see, when I decrease the temperature, you can see the photo or the masked part is getting bluish, and if I increase it, it's going to get yellow. But we don't want any of those. We want a part or an area where it will, you know, like take the photo in such a way so that it looks natural and also perfect in a way so that it gets the neutral colors. So I'm going to keep it something around to be -4 or 8. Well, it looks like a lot better. So I'm going to keep it -8. Now I'm going to do the tint too. Well, I'm going to decrease it a bit or maybe like increase it a bit wherever it looks perfect. So I'm going to keep it something around, let's say -8. Well, it looks perfect now. Now what you're gonna do is increase, decrease, contrast, highlight, exposure. So I'm gonna do is increase or decrease the like exposure some. Let me just increase, no, let's maybe like decrease it a bit, just a bit. Now I'm gonna do the contrast. Well, let's say increase the contrast for like 36% or maybe like keep it around 20% because I don't want it to look like super artificial. So I'm gonna do is, let's say, highlights to be around -4, shadows to be around 13. Let's say I'm gonna keep the whites to be a bit blackish because there is a bit of shadow. Then what I'm gonna do is increase the blacks or decrease the blacks, as you can see from here, and now it looks a lot more perfect. Now you can change the sharpness, noise, more, and the fringe. Well, that is going to be up to you, but you can do the like saturation. So I'm going to increase the saturation just a bit in such a way so that it looks a lot more, you know, natural, but has still a lot of these colors. But yet you can see that there is a lot of gray part in the photo. In the histogram tab you can see from over here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is going to be change the sharpness just a bit so that, you know, it looks a bit more sharp. So I'm gonna keep it somewhere around 20 to 30. So I'm gonna keep it 28, even though it's like not noticeable, but there is, you know, a drastic change in this, you know, histogram you can see over here. Well, it doesn't get, you know, pixelated or changes the pixels. Okay, so this is why Adobe Lightroom is actually used. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's say if you want to add in noises, you can also do that. So I'm gonna increase the noise a bit, even though it's like not visible. So I'm gonna do the more now. Now I'm gonna do is keep it to be something around 9. Now you can change the difference, which is going to be over here. You can see, if you can't see the difference, well, what it does is just defringes the photo. Now after you're all done with this, just click on done, and you will see that all of the formatting has been done. And now what you're gonna do is going to be, let's say I'm gonna keep it to be 100%. Now I'm gonna do is just zoom out, and you can see all of the formatting has been done on the photo. Well, it will take some time to, you know, actually form the photo, and you can see that it doesn't look unnatural at all or artificial at all. It looks a lot more like, you know, perfect and a lot more natural than previous ones. Okay, So what we did is, fix the texture, change the, modes, like, fixing the exposure, clarity, and all of those. And you can see that I have a better photo, or a better looking photo, than the previous one which I had. So this is how you will be able to fix the texture of skin and also maintain the photo balance in Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. Well, you will be also able to do it in Photoshop, just like Adobe Photoshop, but I also suggest you use